guys? Welcome to Pick Up Sports Talk. Today we're going to be giving our playoff predictions. We're going to be going into super depth with each team. We're going to be giving seedings and our full bracket, so make sure to stay locked in for this episode. This is probably going to be one of our best of the entire year.
Yeah, I mean, the season hasn't even started yet. I'm so excited for it to begin, and we just want to get all our predictions down on paper before the season starts so we could reference them all year. So, Brandon, let's just dive right in. I want you to give me your AFC seeding and who you see making it out of the AFC.
All right, let's just dive right in. Yeah. So starting with my 1 seed, I have the Buffalo Bills. I think this team has immense talent and are nearly flawless on both sides of the ball. And I might have them going pretty far in the playoffs. I'll say that right now. My 2 seed, the Indianapolis Colts. Easy schedule combined with super talent on both sides of the ball. I don't see this going too badly for them all regular season. Number 3 seed, LA Chargers. Sorry about that. I have the LA Chargers just being really good this year. I think they have one of the best young quarterbacks in the game, and they're talented on both sides of the ball. Had the best offseason by far. My 4 seed, the Ravens. They're going to win their division, the AFC North, but I do not see them being the best team in the NFL by any means. I think that they're just a talented team, but they're kind of right in the middle. My 5 seed, the Cincinnati Bengals. I think the Super Bowl hangover is real for them. I think that they might start out fast, but towards the end of the season they might slow down a little bit. 6 seed, Kansas City Chiefs. Mahomes is still that guy. Let's be real here. 7 seed, the Las Vegas Raiders. I almost said Oakland Raiders. I think they have a ton of talent. Picked up Devontae Adams, who in my opinion is the best receiver in football right now. I think that this team is tremendous upside. My teams that aren't going to miss but are going to be close. Miami Dolphins, very fun team to watch. Denver Broncos, I think they're a little bit boring. A lot of people behind them. I'm not personally. And the Tennessee Titans.
So what do you mean by the Broncos being boring?
I just think that they don't have that boom potential that some of the other teams in their division have. I mean, you look at it, the Raiders have one of the most high-powered offenses in the NFL. The Chiefs still have Patrick Mahomes, and they have a good defense. And the Chargers have probably the second most talented team in the NFL.
That makes sense. I'll address why I disagree later. Brandon, do you have any big upsets in your playoffs, and who do you have out of the AFC?
Yeah, so just I'll talk through my AFC bracket really quick. I have my 2 seed Colts playing beating the Raiders, who are 7 seed. Then I have my Chargers, who are my 3 seed, beating Kansas City, who's a 6 seed. And I have Cincinnati upsetting Baltimore as the 5 seed. And then next round, I have Buffalo taking out the 5 seed Cincinnati. I think this game is going to be a really, really good one. I think Joe Shiesty shows up. And then I actually have the Chargers.
Buffalo winning?
Yeah, Buffalo winning. And I have the Chargers beating the Indianapolis Colts. I have them upsetting them. But is it really like an upset? I think the Chargers are expected to go pretty far. And in my AFC Championship game, I actually do have Buffalo winning and just making it out of the AFC. They're the AFC champion this year.
Fair enough. I'm going to try and keep mine quick for you guys. Buffalo Bills are the best team in football this year. Everyone knows that they should be the 1 seed. I can't believe you stole my Colts take. I talked about on NFL Hot Takes why the Indianapolis Colts are going to shock everyone. I hammered the over, because they have an elite defense. Matt Ryan is the perfect systems QB. Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman's going to have a huge step forward. They're my 2 seed. I cannot believe you stole that from me. The next team that's in the upper echelon of records-wise this year is the Baltimore Ravens. It's those 3 teams, the Rams for me, are going to be the only ones with 12-plus wins. The Baltimore Ravens are very, very good. They're going to overachieve this year. My 4 is the team who's going to be winning the AFC West. That, as you said, is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers. They will get to 11 wins, and they're just the best team in that division all around. My wild card teams, Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, I think they'll start slow, but they will get to 10 or 11 wins. They just won't win their division against Baltimore. Now I have room for 2 AFC West teams. Who am I going to leave out? I'm going to leave out the Raiders. And they're good. They're very good, and I think they're actually better than Denver and maybe KC, but their defense is the worst in the division. Their O-line is the worst in the division. That's what it comes down to for me. I love Denver's schedule. I talked about this on our AFC West Around the League series. I said that when they have home field advantage, I think that's such a big deal. And I think they have the easiest schedule in the division. I think Russ will be big for them. Broncos 6 seed, Chiefs 7. Chiefs is a 7 though. I have them winning a game in the playoffs. I think they're going to pull off an upset in Indianapolis, advance with that Mahomes magic. Patrick Mahomes is still very much in the MVP discussion. Check out our awards prediction. I didn't give him the award, but I think he's in it. I have Baltimore also beating Denver. I think Denver, as I said, is not great, and especially on the road. Cincinnati, this is the biggest game I'm looking forward to most. I hope it happens. Cincinnati versus LA. Burrow versus Herbert. They were the same draft class. I have Cincinnati beating them on the road. I think they're better in the playoffs. They've shown it before. That's going to be a great game. I have Buffalo beating KC, revenge game, they're going to blow them out. Baltimore beating Cincinnati, it's a division matchup. Baltimore's going to be the better team all year, and they're going to show it in this game. Buffalo out of the AFC for sure. I hate to go with the chalk pick. I think the Chargers have the second best chances there, but realistically, given my matchups and given how good Buffalo is, and if they have home field advantage in the playoffs, there's no stopping Josh Allen.
Yeah, no, they're going to be a fun team to watch for sure. I'm excited for the playoffs.
So let me give my NFC now, because I want to kind of tie into it. Rams, I said, are going to be the best team in football record-wise, especially in the NFC. I see no one in the NFC near them. I'll go into this team by team. Tampa Bay is my 2, because I think they're going to have a good record, but I don't like them at all. Their O-line being injured and a lot of guys leaving is maybe the biggest storyline in football. And Tom Brady, add another year to his age. He just left camp for 2 weeks. There's rumors about him and Giselle. I don't see Brady. I don't see Brady having a regular Tom Brady season. I think the cliff and ravine that Max Kellerman talks about is going to start to hit. Tom Brady is not going to be an elite top 3 quarterback in the NFL this year.
I feel like our podcast is about to get cursed.
They're still going to be the second best team in football.
Okay.
Or in the NFC at least. Packers are my 3. I have them getting 10 or 11 wins. I just had to give them the 3 seed, even though I want Minnesota to win the division. Mm-hmm. I have the Philadelphia Eagles win the NFC East.
Yep.
But for entertainment purposes, I had the Cowboys as my 4, the Eagles as my 6 seed, even though I want to put it on the record, I have the Eagles winning the East.
Yep.
Vikings are my 5, Saints are my 7. The reason I did that, and it sounds unorthodox, because I wanted to see the Eagles and Green Bay in the first round of the playoffs, and I wanted to say this out loud. Philadelphia will go into Green Bay and beat them if they play in the playoffs. And I think Green Bay and Dallas, both of them, should not advance in the playoffs. I didn't want to face them against each other because I didn't want to have to pick either of those teams, but they're not going to show up. Mike McCarthy will be fired after this year in Dallas. The weapons are there with CeeDee Lamb and Dalton Schultz. I'm not so worried about that. It's their defense. DeMarcus Lawrence isn't the same guy. Randy Gregory's a big loss. As I said last episode in our predictions, Micah Parsons, Dalton Schultz, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. 4 bright spots on Dallas, nothing else I like. Yep. Dan Quinn, the great defensive coordinator. Same with Green Bay. Big step back this year. I think Minnesota contends for the division. I hate that they lost Adams. They'll still make it. They'll still win the NFC North. Not too difficult. They won't win a playoff game.
Mm-hmm, for sure, that makes sense.
Let me finish out.
Go ahead.
So here's why I like Minnesota a lot. I talked about it a lot. I love their offense. So I do think that Tampa Bay will beat New Orleans 2-7. They beat them in the playoffs before. They'll do it again. I have the Rams beating Philly because the Rams are the best team in the NFC. I've said it before. Yep. Tampa will beat Minnesota. As much as I hate Tom Brady, I don't see Minnesota winning a playoff game, and the Rams will easily beat Tampa Bay. So I have Buffalo and the Rams in the Super Bowl. I'll give my Super Bowl prediction at the end. But the last thing I want to say, I don't see any team beating the Rams in the NFC. Not because the Rams are so good, because I don't like anyone else. That's really my big take. And I love the Vikings. I love the Eagles. I hate the Packers. Hate the Cowboys. Rams will make it out of the NFC.
All right, perfect. I'm going to start with mine just real quick, top to bottom. My 1 seed Rams as well. This just like you said. I really like how you said it. I'm actually going to just repeat it. It's not that they're just some unbeatable team. It's just that everyone else in the NFC is kind of weak, and the Rams just have a lot of talent. And they actually got better in the offseason, which is not a trend in the NFC. I'll give you that much. Right now, Packers got worse, but I still think that they're going to have a good year. Aaron Rodgers seems to be pretty consistent, but it won't be the same as it's been in the past years where it's like the Packers could win the Super Bowl this year. I don't see that being the case. Cowboys as my 3 seed.
Over the Eagles winning that division?
Yeah, so I talked about this a little bit in my NFC East episode. It's just that the Cowboys somehow every year kind of find their way into winning that division, but it's always underwhelming. Might be the same. I'll get to that later. My 4 and 5, I want to talk about them together. So if you watched our NFL Hot Take special and just that episode as a whole, I said that the Saints should win the division and could win up to, I believe it was 13
said the Saints will win 13 games and the division.
I said they will win the division and could win up to 13 games. I said they have that upside. And you know what? I still think that they will tie the Bucs for the amount of games they win. I think they will tie the division. The Bucs will have the head-to-head win, so they'll get the higher seed. But with that being said, the Bucs have only gotten worse, and the Saints have only gotten better this offseason.
So why are you predicting the Bucs to win the division?
I think they're going to have the same record, but the Bucs will have the head-to-head win. That is my take on that. Okay. The Saints, I was just looking at their offense.
I mean, the Saints have beat the Bucs 4 out of the last 5 times. I think if it's tied, I'm actually taking the Saints. And I have the Saints as my 7 seed, and the Bucs is my 2. But if it's tied, I'm taking the Saints.
Mm-hmm. Really quickly, I want to say one thing. I was looking at the Saints last year. Last year, in one of our episodes, we were so high on Marquez Callaway. We were like, he's their wide receiver 1. He's a wide receiver 4 now. This offense has
I mean,
gotten
Callaway
better
didn't do
now.
anything last
Yeah.
year. You can't say like
We
that.
said
Like,
he was
oh,
gonna
their
be-
1 is their 4 now.
No, we said he was going to be their one in the offseason
Yeah.
because he was their only
Well,
guy.
why does that matter? Because he didn't play well last year.
I think they've gotten so much better in the offseason. I think that this is a team with a lot of talent. They were a wild card team last year. Majority of the NFC, we can probably both agree, has gotten worse in the offseason. Why won't they be better this year? That's my take.
No, they
on
will
it.
be, but yeah.
My 6th seed, the Vikings. I think this is a high upside team. I think that their offense is going to be really good. I think their defense is underrated, personally.
By the way, Kevin McConnell, if there's a Coach of the Year award out there, he's going to win it.
Yeah, I think
O'Connell.
I think he's one of the better coaches in football. I think he's going to have a huge year. Like, he's going to lead them to a huge year. I worded that weirdly. My 7th seed, the Philadelphia Eagles. You're super high on them. I'm high on them as well, just not quite as high as you. I think they're going to be good. My next out teams, Niners and Cardinals. It's wild that last year we were talking about the NFC West, like it was the greatest division of all time, and now, like, I think both of us only have one of their teams.
Yeah, the only team I've won, and I want to talk about the Niners. I doubt that the Cardinals make it. I was really high on them a few months ago, but realistically, in this stacked of an NFC, it's not even stacked, but they're not a top 8
Yeah,
team.
it really isn't.
The 49ers I've had in all this time, and I doubt they'll actually miss them. The 49ers seem to find a way, and it all depends on Trey Lance. But as I was going through my wildcard teams, the Vikings I've been so high on. I think they have the best offense in the NFC. I realistically do. Between Jefferson, Thielen, and Dalvin Cook, I can't even leave them out.
Kirk just kind of does the little things
I-
that it feels.
The Cowboys I had to put in. I realistically think in the NFC East they get enough wins. So it came down to Saints or Niners. I just think the Saints are a better team. I think they beat them head-to-head early in the season, and they carry that. But I really doubt the Niners miss. One of my 7 will be wrong, and when it is, the Niners will get in.
All right, perfect. I'm going to quickly go into my playoff prediction. I have Green Bay beating Philly. This is, I know you disagree with this. What I will say about this is going to give some hope to Packers fans. Like, oh, maybe we win playoff games now.
I mean, it's a hot take saying Philly will beat them at Lambeau, so I guess yours isn't that hot.
No, but it'll give some Packers fans some hope. Spoiler alert, it's not going to last. I have Minnesota beating Dallas. I think Minnesota's just, like you said, it's one of the most talented teams. Then I have Tampa Bay beating New Orleans head-to-head in the playoffs. This one was tougher for me, but I just had to go with the safe.
You were so high in New Orleans.
I
a few
know
weeks ago. Now you have them not winning the division, losing first round. I don't know where this came from. Out of the 13-4 season, Jameis for MVP. I don't know where that went. They haven't even played a game yet. They haven't even played a game yet. Come on now.
Next round, LA Rams are going to kill Tampa Bay. It's last year all over again, except this time the Bucs won't be winning going into the fourth quarter. They're going to be down 30 going into the fourth quarter.
Okay, I like that.
Then I have Minnesota in Lambeau.
Minnesota,
beating
NFC.
the Packers to the NFC Championship. That's bold, I know that, but trust me, I believe in them that much.
I mean, I guess if my options were Green Bay, Dallas, Philly, Minnesota, I might take Minnesota. So, I mean, as hard of a take as it is, like, of all those teams, I hate Green Bay, I hate Dallas, and Minnesota, Philly's a toss-up, but you don't like Philly as much as me, so yeah.
Yep. My next for NFC Championship, LA Rams versus Minnesota. Give me the Rams. I just think they're the most talented team in the NFC.
We both have Rams, Bills in the Super Bowl.
Yes, we do.
Very, very boring. I think the Rams are just a lock, and I didn't have the guts to pick another team in the AFC. So I want to start with this. They're playing Week 1.
Yeah.
Thursday Night Football, just a few days away. Who you got in that game?
Thursday Night Football, not the Super Bowl, but possibly Super
In
Bowl
LA.
prediction. In LA, give me the Buffalo Bills. Everyone's high on them right now, and I see them, like, their momentum just continuing to build.
I'm taking the Rams there because I need to give Buffalo some losses over the season, and I think the Rams are going to come out hotter. I think they're at home. It's the big reveal night, and everyone's expecting such big things out of Josh Allen that he's going to underwhelm, and the Rams are still the Rams. Big, big night for Cooper Kupp. I think Week 1 might be Cooper Kupp's biggest week of the season. That's my hot take. In the Super Bowl, I have things going the other way. The Buffalo Bills will finally capture a Super Bowl ring this year. This is the year. This feels like 2016 did for the Chicago Cubs. That's what it feels like for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Everyone feels like it's coming together. Von Miller's there on top of last year's great team. The Rams, I think, will not win the Super Bowl. I don't care who they're playing. I think they go there and lose. Buffalo, this is your year. I really want it for them. I'm rooting for them. I think everyone is 2016 Chicago Cubs like Buffalo Bills over the LA Rams in the Super Bowl. Was this 57?
Yeah. I personally have the same result. I just think that Buffalo is just... Both of these teams have a ton of talent, but with that being said, Josh Allen, I think, is just going to have a massive year. And just the way Joe Burrow had every bit of momentum last year going to the Super Bowl, imagine that with Josh Allen, but they start the season good too. I think they don't lose to the Bears in week 3 or 4. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel so bad about our predictions. The fact that we both have the favorites in each conference and the favorite winning. It is rough, but I truly believe in the Buffalo Bills. The way you just talked about them, I could tell you do too.
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm just hoping for a good season. We will get it.
Yep.
Please check out our award predictions. We gave another flip side to it's a little shorter than this was. Check out our regular episodes. We're going to be coming at you with regular episodes every week, talking about the NFL, college football, maybe the baseball postseason.
Yep.
So please like, subscribe, check us out.
Yeah, thank you so much. Make sure to like and subscribe. Recommend us to your friends. Yeah, thanks.